Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
I need guidance. I need to know, we got a loan on our home.
Mm-hmm.
And they were not transparent about any of the fees.
What do you mean?
It's kind of hard to, and all the fees that were associated with the loan, the APR, the only thing we knew was the interest rate. We knew.
Well, that is the APR. Why did you sign the documents if you didn't know what you were doing?
Well, when it came to closing,
so
the lender was telling us all along that he would tell us the fees once we settled on the percentage that we were going to put down.
Yep.
It was pretty cut and dry, Dave. We wanted to walk away from our other home with $75,000 under 6% and have a house note $2,000 or under. It was that simple, but it wasn't that simple.
Well, when you went to the table and it wasn't that, why did you sign it?
We didn't know it wasn't that.
You didn't sign a mortgage paper that had a blank in it. That's bull.
No, didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, but the loan is just in my husband's name. It is not in my name.
I don't care. Why did he sign it?
I'm the one that did all the conversation with the
Were
lender.
you at the table when he's there to sign it?
I was at the table.
And you looked down and the numbers aren't right and you signed it anyway? Why did you do that?
I wasn't the signer. But besides that, let me go backwards just a little bit, okay? Because the lender said, okay, 6.375. He said, I'll get you under 6% if you sign with us right now. And so we did that. We got on the computer, we signed with them and everything. And so then it became, they wouldn't tell us any of the fees. The underwriter said, we'll get the paper over to you so you will know what all your numbers are before you go to the closing table. And if you need someone there to sit with you, we have someone in your city that can sit with you. And we said, no, let's just wait. And we went through the process. And then we go to the closing, and the closing attorney says, here's this, you've already went over this, da-da-da. You know how they go through it. We went with this company because they said they were going to do everything. So we just assumed that's how it was, okay? When we told them what we wanted to go to, we didn't know what our cash out was going to be until after all the papers were signed. After all the papers were signed, the closing attorney came downstairs with a sheet of paper and a breakdown and said, and you're getting $65,000. Like, no, we're supposed to be getting $75,000. So we didn't know anything. They were transparent, not transparent, and they misguided us. We had to pay for points. They never told us we had to pay for points. There were many things, and to the point that I called after the loan to the underwriter.
Okay, why did you not turn around and look at the attorney and say, just tear up the documents? I don't want $65,000. That isn't what we agreed to. We're not doing this closing.
Our house was sold. We were in a stress. We're both 61. I mean, we were.
That doesn't mean you have to accept a deal.
No, we don't have to accept a deal.
Just look at him and go, this isn't what we agreed to. Tear up the papers. We're not doing this.
And where were we going to live?
Honey?
So
what it amounts to is you willingly did this because you felt trapped instead of standing up and saying, no, I'm walking out of here. So
You're right about the trap part. I mean,
I said, because you felt trapped. You weren't trapped. Stand up, walk out, go rent an apartment, and give them the middle finger as you walk out the door. Don't sign stuff and then gripe about that you did that what you signed. When you sat down and looked, your husband signed it after you sat there and looked at it. If you say to me you're going to give me the numbers before I go to closing, then we don't go to closing until you give me the numbers. And we don't go to closing if the numbers aren't what you tell me they're going to be. I look at stuff ahead of time. That was your job. It's not their job.
But it's their job to get it to me.
It's your job to not do anything until they do.
True.
Okay.
But
you let this happen.
But like you said, at our age and no family to run to, you're right, we could rent, no doubt. But we had...
Hey, I'm sorry, darling, I'm older than you, and I ain't feeling trapped. and I don't need to run to my family. I'm just going to walk out the door if somebody's trying to screw me. It's that simple. I'm going to stand up and walk out the door.
Like, is there any
I'm sorry, you're not a victim. You're not a victim of anything except your inability to look at someone and say no. Just look at them and say, no, I'm not signing this. It's not what we said. That's who you're a victim of. You're a victim of your own inability to say no. You and your husband should have thrown your shoulders back and said, no, this is not what we agreed to, and walk away. This lender didn't do anything wrong. They were just sloppy at best. This is The Ramsey Show. Create your free $Every Dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.